All right. We are live doing the thing. I don't need to edit anything. I need to share this. Let's get this in here. That's posted. Now we'll post it all over our other socials. Right here. Right here. And then I think that's every one of them. Maybe this one too. Cool. All right. We're live. I fixed my quote unquote lighting issue. It's not really an issue. Obviously, I can't do anything about the sun, but hey, what's up, Nathan? How are you? Another day for some good fucking coffee. Some good, damn good coffee. How are you? Welcome in. Also, guys, for those of you who are tuning in, 1735. We are really shooting up subscribers. I don't know what we're shooting them up with. Obviously, content. We're hitting them with content. But this is very good to see. Just last week, we were at, I think, like 1721. So we've gone up 14 subscribers since last week. If I keep a 14 subscriber tick every week, crazy. Yeah, no kidding. I'm very happy for what that's doing. Speaking of, actually, I need to go and put the most recent Clash video on there. Now that I think about it, let's do that real quick. Go to the channel. Go to this one. I don't think I put this one up yet. So copy. Content submissions. Where am I at right now? I think I'm done for now. Yeah, the cheetah stuff. Let's see. Gameplay. Hero 1 is Ira. The hell are you, Ira? 2 is Kano. Just had that video today. Sick. Sick. Okay. Those be, yeah, no kidding. That'll be a good time. I also think, gosh. So, did you update the Clash meta stuff yet, or the report yet? Looks like you did. Okay. So technically, we have a top 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So technically, we've got a top 8. That's sick. The only 8 people who are currently in the dude, even getting 8 people for this league has been sick. So, that's nice. So for those of you who don't know, we are doing a Clash Bash thing here. This is our current meta report, not a meta report, but this is our results report. And currently in the lead, I believe we have Nathan at 5 wins and 2 losses. So crazy huge. So 7 games for Nathan. 5 games with OK, 4 wins, 1 loss. We've got Teppa with 2 wins and 3 losses, Henry with 2 wins and 3 losses, myself with 2 wins and 3 losses, Pat with 1 win and 2 losses, and then Darth Prentice or Greg at 0 wins and 3 losses. And looks like Roe is at 1 win. Only able to get 1 game in, it looks like, so. But currently, not too bad of a spread here. Not too bad of a spread. I was able to get 5 games in. I don't know whether or not I have the gumption to get 2 more. Because I think the only other people who I haven't played yet is Pat and Roe. And it looks like neither of them are very like super active into it. I know Pat's busy commentating all of our matches over at the Clash Hub, and then yeah, okay, maybe I'll see if he's free. If he's free tonight, maybe I'll hit him up and do something there because I would like to get another match in. I think I'm not gonna play. I think I'm not gonna play Dromai in top 8. Mm-hmm. Because I like Dromai. I like how she plays, obviously. But she's just bad into this format. She doesn't have the same stuff that gets her through. Like, she's able to do a lot, but 20 health doesn't really do enough for you. So, yeah, you want to see whether or not you can pull off an ALS loop? Oh, my camera froze. That's better. Oh, really? Are you playing her uh with lag, or are you playing her with the old Luminaris? The old Luminaris? Yeah, I think that'd be pretty nasty to do. Like still being able to be like aura angel, or like angel aura, pretty insane. Okay, good, good. Got all this taken care of. Right. Yeah, like if you're playing into like Katsu or something. Okay, speaking of New Prism, I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to talk about um speaking of New Prism, I wanted to talk a bit about what happened last night at my armory. My goodness, was this the biggest I felt like I was playing the game for the first time. It was such a disaster. So what's happening here is it's just our regular locals. I did get to face off against New Prism, and I'll talk about that because I'm embarrassed at myself, and also all like after literally playing Dromai for so long, it's ridiculous how I feel. Okay, so it's CC. I'm playing Azuri for the first time. I'm very like not super confident, but like I have a general idea, you know, dagger, 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 attack, stealth attack, switch it in for something else, kind of just like fun, silly stuff. And I was like, okay, right, like I'm getting the hang of it. So I brought it to the Armory, and we got about 12 players in the Armory. So it's about 3 rounds we're doing. So first round I go up against, funny enough, and shout out to him, Chris Bulett. I don't remember what his last name is off the top of my head, but he's actually somebody who was part of the hometown TCG like crew, which is back home in Chicago, funny enough. So I thought that was crazy to go up. I've never seen him before. And he shows up tonight after I haven't seen him ever. And it turns out he's also from Chicago and also knows Josh and also like played at Min-Max and like hangs out with the Min-Max crew. And he's part of the Min-Max team. Is he actually? Hold on. Oh yeah, Chris Brummett. I literally went against somebody who's on Team Ascent. Son of a bitch. That's him right there. He's on Team Ascent. Nah, that's wild. Anyway, so well, that's just Colorado for you, I guess. So Chris Brummett, he was on Victor, and he had just kind of gotten into playing Victor, wasn't sure on lines, wasn't like feeling a lot of stuff. He took out Trounce from his deck, and I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Trounce is like a big deal for most decks for Victor, and he took it out. Essentially what happened is we were playing to our game. It was very, very back and forth. I hit him for 2. He hit me for 2. I hit him for 2. He hit me for 2. And we just kind of efficiently did our whole thing. But he ends up winning. He like properly gets his Terra Sunders in a good place, and he ends up hitting me for a good amount, really strips my hand pretty hard, and I can't do much. Let me just say that first and foremost, my understanding from this so far is that I should not be using my D-Reacts as early as I do in the game. I use them anytime I can get full advantage, like a full block off, I use them. And the second, I shouldn't be using them as much as I do in the beginning of the game. Because, God, is it bad. Like, it's a real feels bad. So we have the game. We go through, right? We play. He wins. I think he ends up getting it like 11-0. Because I end up I just can't clap back well enough during the end of it. I'm really out of D-Reacts pretty early. So he's able to kind of clear anything I have if he gives it. He doesn't need to give it Dominate, obviously, but like Terra Sunder gives things Dominate, and freaking Golden Sun has Overpower if you sacrifice a gold. So that's the thing. He won nearly all of his clashes. I won a Vigor clash, which was like super cool for me. But he also won pretty hard into the fact that he got, like, he was pummeling stuff that normally you wouldn't pummel, but like, man, he was just getting nuts, like a nuts damage off. The pummels all hit. I never had D reacts when he had pummels. And it was crazy. What else? Next match was against New Prism. Now, it's funny because this Prism player, who also goes by Chris, is actually, he was an Azuri player for a long time. And he's like one of the assassin guys there. And I was like, that's awesome. I'm just learning. And it was a one and done thing, but he was on New Prism. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I know a little bit. I don't know how the ALS loop works. And I vaguely have an understanding of Prism, like original Prism, like the auras. I know what they do. I know what Spectre does. I know the whole thing because obviously, like, I played Illusionist, but it was Draconic. So, like, the light stuff. I played Prism back in a skirmish, like, last year. So that was, like, the only time I really had, like, the opportunity to play Prism. But New Prism comes in, right? And I am just like, okay. I actually didn't. I did not learn how the ALS loop works. Because as much as I'm probably just going to watch a stream and see it happen, because I guess it happened at the Age event. I think it happened at the Age Open. So I might just rewatch that and see what it's like. But apparently it's such a rare thing to pull off that it's not like the win condition. It's a very contingent, like, can we happen to make this happen? Like, good. That's fine. So, right, Figment of Rebirth, right? You attack with Figment of Rebirth, you put a yellow card on the top of your deck, and then it's ALS. See, and I wouldn't call that a loop. I'm not sure, like, I see the loop is just attack, put ALS on there, and then just, I see what's going on. So then you just slam ALS at the beginning, or at the end of your turn or whatever, and then your opponent has to attack. Right. Yeah, because you need to banish from Soul to get it. So that makes sense. So I guess if you have enough, right? 4 turns of 4 attack. Okay. Play ALS, 4 attack, play ALS, 4 attack, play ALS. I'm out of Soul. And you're, like, well out of cards. I see. I see what's going on. Okay. That makes sense. And you're more than likely going to have pitch for it, so. Because doesn't ALS cost, like, 6? How the hell are you paying 6 every... I mean, like, pretty frequently, I'd imagine, but... But I guess 2 blues is an ALS, right? Oh, with Vestige? Yeah, Vestige of Soul gets you a lot. But you can't play Vestige in Clash. I'm curious how you're getting it set up to work in Clash. Because that'd be very interesting to see. I'd be curious to see what that's like. Anyway, before I get off track. So, for the record, I did not get ALS looped. Didn't happen. Very great. But this is... I felt like an absolute idiot at the end of this game. Because my opponent, right, they're attacking with a Herald, I'm blocking it efficiently. They're attacking with a Herald, I'm blocking it. They're attacking with a Herald, I'm blocking it. And I'm like, cool, you're not going to get Soul, I get to block efficiently. You're going to clog up your hand with a bunch of Figments, and then you're going to die. And that's like what I'm hoping, right? Well, eventually he gets some stuff to Soul, and then he ends up... he gets Genesis out, right? I Command and Conquer, he instants Genesis, and then he's able to Genesis a card into his hand, or a card into his Soul, and then draw a card, and then able to do all this. So this is like the start, right? He gets a card in Soul, he goes and he gets Soraya, right? Figment of Erudition. He gets Soraya, He then, at that point, he pitches a whole bunch, and he ends up being able to play a Herald and then transform Soraya, attack with Soraya, banish a card from Soul, draw 2 cards, so on and so forth. Like, super powerful turn. Soraya's on board with the Genesis, right? Genesis, Soraya. They're there. What do I do on my turn? My turn is swing at Genesis. Kill it. Okay, Spectra. I don't want him to do that thing anymore, right? He attacks with Soraya. He then gets he's able to get another thing into Soul. He gets damage through, and he gets something into Soul. He gets another Figment out. I think it's Figment of... which one does he get? I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. Tenacity. I think it's Tenacity. The Victoria one. So he gets that one out, and he transforms. He does all this at instant speed because I'm attacking him, and he doesn't have like ward outside of Soraya, and so he's making all these things, and then he gets another Figment out, and then he plays the Figment, transforms the Figment, and then uses that Figment as ward. And I'm like, okay, that's whatever. Right? I don't have another way to get go again for anything, so I don't worry about it. We do this song and dance for a while. I just want to be extremely clear. Soraya stayed on board the entire game. The whole game, Soraya stayed on board. Now, you might be asking, Alex, why in the world would Soraya stay on board? It's not Soraya. It is Soraya. The Archangel of... Not the Archangel of Knowledge, not the Invoke Soraya, but the one that lets you draw cards. I did not attack the Angel. My dumbass decided, you know what? I'm just going to go at face, and if he lets any of this damage through, it pops stuff. Now, this is me talking to an opponent who's at least got 2 Spectral Shields up right now. 2 Spectral Shields, and Soraya. I went through the entire game. I let Genesis stay on board for a long time, which was that was my own fault. I let him just go nuts. He ended up having like 3 Merciful Retributions on the board at the same time. I just let him go crazy. When we ended the game, he said, if I have any tips for you into this matchup, because it got kind of crazy there towards the end, I suggest that you attack the Angels. And I just, like, I had a brain break. I literally was like, wait a minute. What? And I just, I don't understand why I guess I was so like tunnel visioned into just like making sure I knew how Azuri worked that I didn't even fathom that I could swing my 4 attack 0 cost cards like Plunder the Poor and freaking Leave No Witnesses and all of these things at the Angels. And I had black text up. I genuinely, actually genuinely was so upset. Oh, it hits a hero. Never mind. Black text don't matter. Don't worry about that. Anyway. So that was... I'm genuinely thinking that I might tech out something so I can switch out black text with Snapdragon so I can go into Prism better. I actually, Nathan, I cannot believe that as a Dromai player of like nearly 2 years at this point, I didn't even think, oh, I can attack the angels. I was the entire time I was sitting there, I was just like, no, the game plan is I have to deal damage to my opponent, and then they pop ward, and that's what kills the angels. I could have just killed the angels. And so like my entire like it was one of those moments where like I sat there and I was like, it was like when, you know, and That's So Raven, when she has a premonition about like the future or whatever, and it was just like that. Like I watched the entirety of my past come flying back at me, and I'm just like, Soraya's still on board. Soraya's still on board. Soraya's still on board. I really wish I could get rid of Soraya, because he's drawing a whole bunch of cards and he's doing just some nut stuff. He's banishing all these things from Soul. So incredibly good. And then like he ended up getting Angel of Rebirth out, but like he didn't put ALS on top, and he was just like, no, I'm just gonna get my Figments back, and so on. So I was just like, oh yeah, no, that's sick. That's sick. I like that. I like that. And I just I lost. I was so upset at myself. I was like, there's no way that I didn't think, oh yeah, maybe it's just because like I'm not used to being able to attack. That might have been the thing. I don't know, because like normally in old Prism, right, it's just spectral shields and auras, and so as long as you just get rid of them, it's whatever. But he played a second Genesis. I let that Genesis stay on the field way too fucking long. And then he had 2 Merciful Retributions on the board, and I was like, fuck, every time he pops a spectral shield, I take 2 damage. Anytime any one of his heralds get popped, I take 2 damage. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then he plays a 3rd Merciful Retribution, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I can't deal with AB. I don't have AB block on this. So, exactly. So, embarrassing. So, absolutely embarrassing for what it's worth. But it is what it is. My third game, though, was probably my most, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like how it went was technically it was a bad play on my opponent's side, and they should have been penalized for it, but they weren't because I didn't know any better. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Spectra's cool, but like I understand why people hate it. I mean, quite literally, just like you have to kill this thing or you let it live and you're able to do multiple things a turn. But like, unless you're at like the end of the game, like playing a Spectre at the beginning is just like cool, free value, because like, why are you going to destroy it? But it's destroying angels and destroying Spectre cards. That's what you should be doing Uzuri into Prism, is destroying the angels, destroying the Spectra, and then just blocking out heralds. Just forgetting that they have soul. Yeah, Phantasm sucks. I feel bad about it, but I get it, because like a lot of the Phantasm cards have like really powerful attack values for like no cost at all, so they have to have a downside. But unfortunately, the downside is an upside if your opponent is playing like a ninja, because then it's like they're probably only playing like 6 poppers at most, and you have way more than 6 Phantasm cards in your deck. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, so my third game was into another Victor. And the Victor starts off by saying, hey, by the way, if I miss a lot of my triggers, it's because I'm still kind of like newer to the hero. So like, I apologize if this, works out this way. And I'm like, yeah, no worries. I'm new to my hero too, so I'm trying to figure it out. And we go against one another and we play, and it's kind of a back and forth, right? He's got some, he comes in for like a debilitate for 8. I block 6. I then come in with like a decent amount of stuff. I was able to hit him with a shakedown twice, which is really, really powerful. It's a very good shakedown. And it worked out super great for me. But the game eventually went to near fatigue. He did not have. He had more cards in his deck than I did. Near the end, I think he had like 9 to my like 4, essentially. And so I was just like, okay, right? He's taking 1s, which is great. Like, I really should have just switched my whole strategy, just be like 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, like, and just kept doing that and stopped playing cards from my deck. But I had to utilize my Codex of Frailties, and I utilized them very well. And it all came down to the fact that he was at 1, I was at 2. And this is where it got a little tricky, and I think technically it still worked out in his favor, but what happened afterwards was just like not like super effective in that matter. So it also wasn't like, I guess it was good, but also not sportsmanship that you would get when you're at like the Pro Tour or the Pro Quest. So what happens is he's got like a decent amount of cards left in his deck. I'm down to my last 4. My last 4 cards, one of them is a backstab in Arsenal. And then I have 4 cards in hand. I have a surgical, I have a looking for a scrap, red, and I have a remembrance, and a sigil? No, not a sigil. No, I can't remember what my last card is. But essentially what happens is I go in and I swing with I've already also, for the record, flicked my Nerve Scalpel at this point. My opponent is at 1. I have flicked my Nerve Scalpel already last turn to get them to 1. So I go ahead and I swing with looking for a scrap, red. I banish a 1 cost from my grave, and it's 5 go again. My opponent blocks 3, right? Opponent blocks 3. At that moment, I say, it's just like, okay, cool, he blocks. I'm like, okay. And I didn't react to anything yet. I then at that point went to go, or my opponent played, pretty much while he blocked, he played Oasis Respite. And I flicked in response to Oasis, and I don't think that's how that works, so, like, it's probably a my bad. But, like, we're in the reaction step, and, like, my response to that is flicking the Oasis. Or flicking my opponent. And so I'm assuming, like, here I am, right? The knife is going to come in, it's going to deal 1 damage to him because he targeted the looking for a scrap with Oasis, and then that would trigger, and so on and so forth, right? And he'd be dead. Technically, that ordering, I think, is wrong, and I was not... he kind of fast played his Oasis instead of me doing my reactions. Because what would have happened here, because this would have counted as a win. I would have won. I would have won either way, but the way he fast played it was not correct. So he's at 1. I swing with looking for scrap, 5 go again. He then blocks 3 and then plays Oasis. I flick during reactions, but Oasis gives him the +1. Now he's at 2, and then he blocks out the rest of it with the rest of the looking for a scrap. And then I still have a backstab in Arsenal, but I have like a remembrance in hand. So, there's not really much like I can do in that regard. But I go ahead and what should have happened in that specific scenario, right? How this works from what I know and what we were told, because technically I won that match, but I was too brain dead and too fried to even really care. But I am happy that I got like closure about it. because I come in for 5, my opponent blocks for 3. That's 2 damage on the board right now, coming at him for lethal. What happens then is after my opponent blocks, it's then my turn to go to reaction step, and I have priority. At that point, I can flick. And so that is when I should have had the opportunity to be able to flick, deal the 1, and then my opponent can respond by playing Oasis, Oasising the flick, and then gaining the 1 life, and not dying to that, and then moving on from there. Unless I think maybe they flick, because they can probably still Oasis the looking for a scrap, but and still get the benefit. And if that's the case, then they can still win. I don't know how that works, but essentially I still had 2 damage coming through, which would have killed him. But he blocked out the looking for a scrap. I mean, he could have. I don't know how like hold priority works, because I also think that's like, I mean, technically like you're the one who passes priority, but that's kind of what happens is he doesn't tell me he holds priority. I just say, okay, cool. I'm moving to reactions, and then he responds by playing that. And I'm like, cool. Reactions is flick knives. But I don't know. I guess like technically he still wins if he targets the looking for a scrap. You can still technically target the looking for a scrap, gain a life because Oasis is on the stack up here, and then have flick knives come in, and then have looking for a scrap come in for nothing. So maybe that's technically a win on his end. I guess that's technically how that works. But what happens after is where I just kind of like after that match, I was just like, I can't even fathom doing this, because what I do next is I play Backstab, right? I play Backstab from my arsenal, and I have 1 card in hand. And what I do, like, I give up my whole, I show my whole hand because I thought the game was over, right? Which is essentially just me giving up at that point. But I show my hand because I'm just like, okay, I just have a remembrance in hand, but I play a Backstab for 1, and then I have nothing left in my deck, and I only have a remembrance in hand. So what he was like, because I guess like my opponent played Azuri previously, he was like, what you could have done is you could have played Backstab and then just like bluffed it, like with the card in hand, and like I would have had to block the Backstab, because if that was anything, like I would have lost out on damage. I need to have blocked there, and then I wouldn't have been able to do anything my next turn. Like, yeah, no, you're right. But then I go and play Remembrance, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to bring. I still have a Surgical that I pitched, so I want to figure out what I want to bring back. And I'm thinking the play is what the hell was the play? What did I say I was going to do? I don't remember. Yeah, if he Oasis, you don't flick. You swing with knife. Right. Yeah, and so that was my thing. Like, I thought that how the stack worked is I thought like the reaction was in response to the instance, or was in response to the instant. So me flicking was the top of the stack, and then was the Oasis. Right? That's how I had it in my mind. Probably because I also play Magic. But like I had flick, like the flick damage for 1 for lethal is up here, and then Oasis is down here to resolve. But reactions aren't instants unless it's a response to a reaction that you're doing if you're holding like priority. So like I think it was just mistriggers on both of our ends. I'm not entirely sure. I just don't like like it hurt my brain too much. But what happened is when I was remembrancing, I was trying to think about what I wanted to do, right? I had another, I could literally just bring back another Looking for a Scrap. Yeah. I was going to go ahead and bring back Looking for a Scrap and then a CNC, right? Just come in with a Looking for a Scrap for 5 and then a CNC for 6. Or like a backstab into a CNC for 6. Something of the sort, right? Something to do that. And I probably wouldn't have actually played the backstab. No, I probably would have. And so that's just what happens there. So, but what happens is my opponent then also tries to like tell me what I should put back into my deck. And they're like looking through my graveyard and they're like, I think you should put these 3 back into your deck. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to figure out what I should put back in my deck, but theoretically, it's not a bad idea. At this point, I knew he only had a Staunch Response, which you obviously can't play into a CNC. But what he draws on his turn, you know, obviously can block out whatever the hell I decide to bring. Which theoretically, at that point, I probably could have brought back something like a Codex, and no, does it have to be attack? No, it doesn't. Like a code, I could have brought back like a Codex, and gone like dagger, or not dagger Codex if I decided to not flick my freaking knife. But yeah, so it was really weird. But like he asked everybody on previously around the table, and because he was just like, I just want to make sure that this was played right, and they were like, no, I think technically both parties kind of did it wrong, but it sounds like the game should have gone to the Azuri. And I was like, fuck, all right, well, guess that goes for me being stupid. So that was a time. So after that game, I just was I had such a migraine. It was bad. I went 0-3. 0-3 at an Armory. And I expected to do not great. I didn't expect to win, but the Victor matchup is rough. Why does my camera keep dying like this? I don't understand. Stop that. Fix yourself. But yeah. So it was interesting, but I didn't walk away a loser. Because I with a prize myself. I walked away with this. Apparently, going 0-3 in the event got you a mat. And they gave it to somebody else who was there who went 0-3. And I was like, oh, okay, so you're 0-3. I also went 0-3. That's crazy, right? Like, what a coincidence that we both went 0-3. But they gave the mat to him because it was technically like the 12th place on the board. And but like, so I was talking with, his name's Bennett. I was talking with the guy who got the mat. And I was like, damn, do you really go 0-3? He's like, yeah, dude, I was on 5 and there were like 3 victors here. I was not going to win. And I'm like, damn, it's crazy. I also went 0-3, but I'm on Azuri. And I just like, I guess I just didn't seem like to play things around right. And he's like, oh man, dude, yeah, that sucks. Did you just want the mat? And I'm like, what? Why don't you want this? And he's like, oh, I already have way too many mats and I don't need another one. And I'm like, I don't have this one, so sure. So that was a W. I would say that's a win. I got to go against the Team Ascent player round 1. And then round 2 and 3 were games that were just fucking awful. So, like, I'm curious. There is no way this is accurate in its sale. Let's see what sold items are on here. There does not seem to be any. Interesting. What is this one? Okay. $40. So I walked out of there with $40. It isn't terrible. Yeah, that's a pretty playmat, the CLF. That's a good one. And it's just crazy how many of these playmats like go for something insane. Like most of them are like $40 a playmat. Wild to me. I think the evergreen playmat's like super pretty. Honestly, dude, it's only $135 for a alt art channel like Frigid mat. Like, I'm not saying like that is cheap, but like $135 for a playmat that you'll never need. You can sell all the rest of your playmats to buy this one. That's not bad. Oh, really? Damn. Yeah, that would have been nice. That'd have been a good one to go get. But anyway, yeah, so Armory last night was a freaking disaster, right? A freaking disaster. I don't feel like I played. I got nothing but compliments on my play for Azuri though, which was really humbling. Outside of like the Prism game, because I was just like, I'm not like, I obviously was just like ignoring everything that was in front of me. Where if I just spent all my time killing angels and killing Spectra stuff, I wouldn't have been in the position I was. But I think that's really just it. Everything I got a lot of compliments on my play. Even into that last game where it was like very like the rulings were kind of weird about it. I still did quite well, right? And I'd like to think I did quite well. So this is that was it was a humbling experience, but I was very happy about it. I like my play. I like how things work. I don't think I'm going to do super well into the Pro Quest, but I'm going to try. I mean, Team Ascent players are going to be there at the Pro Quest, so like there's just, unless I get paired up with them again, like not going to be super great. But what is it? I feel like I'm okay, right? I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try. And if I lose, I lose. Not the end of the world. But if I do enough and I win, it'd be fun. A great time. So very excited about it all. I think that's mainly it. That was the Armory. I won a playmat. And I went 0-3. 0-3, win an Olympia playmat. I like that. Yeah, no, I think assassins are in a really good spot to be fair, as much as I think Azuri is a really, really cool hero and how she plays, the reason I got all this stuff was obviously for new. I'm gonna play new when she comes out because she's gonna be insane. Like she's gonna be crazy. Why does my camera do this? Why are you doing this all the time? Stop it. Thank you. Jesus. Fix yourself. But that's really what it's all about. Is I just wanted things for new when new comes out. So that's who I'm playing. I'm gonna hopefully have enough to buy a case of Part the Mistveil. I'm gonna get new. It's gonna be sick. Be so sick. I'm gonna be so excited. But yeah. So that's my whole thing with the Armory last night. I learned a lot, but I literally just went into 2 Victors and a Prism, which I assume is going to be a decent amount of the meta on this weekend. You're going to have KOs, Dorinthias, other Azuris, Prism, Droma. I know Droma is going to be there. This is my whole thing with the ProQuest and I was talking with other people about it too. I was like, how many people do you genuinely think are going to be in Dromai over the weekend? Because she's going to get her 4 living legend points over the weekend, but that doesn't go in effect until Monday. So both days that I'm doing a ProQuest this weekend are going to still be Dromai legal. And as much as I would like to still play Dromai, I'm not going to do that because I'd rather learn Assassin. So some good Mystic cards to make it a bit. Yeah. And I think we know most of the like Transcend cards, but I also think that it's just like I think there's gonna be room for it because there's already a Transcend card that allows you to banish a card from your opponent's grave, and then you get Chi, and then you can pitch the Chi to attack with your opponent's card. So easily at any point you could literally just dagger, or you can like dagger, play a blue with go again, pitch or play your freaking 0 cost Mystic Instant, banish your opponent's Macho Grande and Victor, play it. Really good. But I don't know. I'm not super confident yet. Yeah, dagger blue, because you're gonna have blues. You're gonna have a lot of blues in the deck. So dagger blue Mystic. But I don't know. There's we obviously don't know enough, right? So like we can't just say like, yeah, she's gonna be so nuts. She might not be nuts, but she'll be fun. Mm-hmm. What I'm assuming is I'm assuming she, and so like this would be very interesting. I don't know if they're actually going to introduce this mechanic, but I wonder because she is snake like themed, whether or not they are going to introduce a like almost poison mechanic, where kind of like electrify, right? Where like if this deals damage, it does that much damage plus 1. It does an additional damage or however the text specifically says. Because I'm wondering if they're going to add in some kind of like venom concept to her, because that would allow her to play more blues and still threaten some damage. Because if you're low damage stuff coming in with a higher ceiling, like giving your opponent an aura token that says like whenever they play their next attack action, they take 1 damage. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's good. Like this, first and foremost, the set's just goddamn beautiful. They released another card I saw on the thing. Where the hell is it? This guy, a drop in the ocean. 0 cost mystic instant target attack gets -1 if you played another blue card this turn. Transcend. So that's pretty cool. What do you see in that picture? I think it's like a it looks like it's like that bird, that same bird that's on the Phoenix thing, or on the rising sun setting moon, whatever that thing is. Rising sun setting moon. I think it's like one of these, but it's just eating this. I saw somebody made an alt art picture. A macaw? Yeah, I mean, that might be it. I know it looks like a bird, right? I think that's what I'm getting at. But I saw a picture on Twitter where somebody took the middle part of this thing, and they took the middle part of it and they put a Beyblade in the middle of it, and I think that was really funny. So, okay, webcam, you are fucking me up right now. You are fucking me up. Hold on. I'm gonna unplug this and then plug it back in. And I'm gonna see what. When in doubt, turn it off, turn it back on again. I broke it. Wait, hold on. Hold on, we're fixing it. Why doesn't it see my face cam anymore? It doesn't see my face cam anymore. Huh. Weird. I don't know why it doesn't see it. Maybe it's just because obviously I'm in, but it's chill. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just go back to doing this. You guys don't need me on the screen. It's not like you're here for my face. So there we go. Just do that. Let it work itself out there. But yeah, so I think that's really good. I think this is probably my favorite one so far, though. Like, this is good. We still didn't like really figure out what this one does, right? Target attack gets go again. Okay, never mind. I guess it was translated. So target attack gets go again. So that's cool. Cost 0. So this is a powerful card in blue, right? Play a blue card, give it go again, transcend. God. Yeah, the art in the set's gonna be sick. Yeah, they're all super good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Marvels. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there are 2 more Marvels that we are waiting on. No, sorry. 1 more Marvel that we're waiting on. since we just got that other one. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I think it's really interesting too because like while it's like very minimalistic, like silly effects, they are also like really like they can affect a game. I mean, like gaining one life, like you're probably going to be playing this in Enigma and probably even in new shit. I mean, you probably played in all three. I mean, it's good gaining one life. You only need to play one, or you only play one. So pass over. This is played in new, probably more specifically than anything. But it's also a complete and utter target against Fi, against Katsu, against Levia, against Rangers. Like that's good. Giving a card go again, like a whole card to give a card go again, kind of sucks. But giving a card go again and then being able to get chi to your hand and then do chi things, really good. Preserve tradition. This is going to be good for new because it'll put a target action card from your grave to the bottom of your deck. That recurs stuff. So very powerful there. That'll allow you to just like if let's say for instance if you have to play one of these cards and not be able to play a blue to transcend it. Yep, yeah, you can exactly. You can snatch into that. Good as hell. Then you have Rising Sun, Setting Moon, draw a card, then put a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. This is just the sync effect, except like backwards. So not hard to do. Stir the Pot. This one is like the weirdest. I don't genuinely know how many people are going to run this, but I think this is also really powerful because so many people are just like, cool, I get to watch your pitch stack and see where your stuff is. But if you're literally just like, hey, pitch stack, get out of here. Now it's like, oh, shoot. Like, now it's second cycle and I don't know where any of their cards are. So that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. You have trouble tracking your pitch stack? Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I don't normally track my own pitch stack, let alone I would assume my opponent tracks my pitch stack, but there are a lot of people who are like really good at tracking pitch stack. And if this is something you can literally just play to be like, cool, like pitch stack. Like what? And then of course you have grains. Target attack it's +1. Like this is an instant, not a reaction. So you can literally do this to give like a 5-card attack or a 5 attack card +1 to have it be a popper. So you can play like a transcend card and then play grains and get to transcend. That's huge. Yeah, blue lightning press. It's lunging press, but it doesn't block. But that's cool. I guess this is from here. Battlefront Bastion. I guess this is going to be a card in here. When this defends alone, prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to you this turn. So this blocks 2 and then also like something else. Which I'm assuming is like spectral shield. Like it's good for block. And then you get to so you block one of their attacks, and then you get to pretty much block out a spectral shield attack. That's interesting. Yeah, the card is insane. This is like super Dark Souls level kind of stuff. With such sick art, the card just kind of doesn't do it for me, though. Like, I don't see where that's, like, huge. So, I don't know. The set seems insanely cool, though. All these, I can't wait for all these cards to start being announced. So fun. Gonna be so fun. So that's a good thing. I'm excited to see what comes of this. I'm curious to see how these heroes work. I'm just so excited to know that I have like nearly everything I need for these guys. Like, I don't think I'm missing a single card that I can't like build these guys and play them in Armory. I have for new, I have all the codexes, I have the infiltrates, I have every assassin armor piece, and then I also have like tunic and balance and stuff like that. Enigma, I've got Phantasmal Footsteps, I've got Wave of Reality, I've got Crown of Reflections, I've got balance if I want to run balance. And of course, Tunic is probably going to be like the one for her unless something else different happens. And then I also have all the spectral stuff. I've got Passing Mirages, Pierce Realities. I've got Haze Bendings. I've got all this other stuff. And then like Spectral Processions I have. And then Zen, I've got all the Crouching Tiger stuff. I've got Mask Momentum. I've got Tiger Stripe Shuko. I think the only thing I don't have, which I need to get, is Breeze Rider Boots for Zen. Armor-wise, otherwise, I pretty much have it all. So... yeah, I mean, it could be. There was so there was I don't know if it's rumor because obviously it's rumor because it's not announced. I was talking to somebody yesterday at my locals, and they said that they heard a rumor that there are going to be 3 more heroes in the set that they just haven't announced yet. And I'm like, what? Well, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, the draft set, sure, but like they're probably not going to bring back like are they just going to bring back young heroes like they did in Outsiders strictly for sealed? Because like who would they even bring back? Because you've got Benji for Ninja, Azuri maybe for Assassin, and then who would the illusionist be? Because like there's no other illusionists outside of Dromai and Prism. Like it could be Amira, but that's again like they're gonna strictly make her a young hero. Like I don't think so. And so that's why, and they were like, I think that's why it's rumored that there's going to be 3 more because there's 8 packs for sealed, which gives you more options in case you want to play a hero that is not Mystic. And I'm like, no, like that worked for Outsiders because there wasn't a talent. But there is a talent in this. And so exactly. And he also was just like, it's also kind of just because like 3 heroes, you can't really do a draft with like 3 heroes. And I'm like, what about Evo? Like Bright Lights only had 3 heroes in it. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, I guess. I'm like, yeah, I think these are the only 3 heroes, but I don't know why there are 8 packs. I assume it is probably because you want to at least get 1 chi card. And like the cards may be legendary. Like that's the other thing too. These all obviously do common things. Like these all do common things. So they're going to be commons. Like that's just a fact. They're going to be common versions that aren't marbles in the set. And so I think it's just like gathering up as much as possible. Maybe like 8 card or maybe like 8 packs gets you a wider array. Maybe they're just trying it because originally it was 6. 2 extra packs gives you a little bit more variance into like building the absolute best deck. And like within 8 packs, if you don't pull like any M's, it feels bad. So yeah, you're probably looking at least like 2 to 3 in a limited deck. But I'm not sure. My camera works again. Yay! Here I am. But yeah, so 8 packs is weird. I'd imagine it is because they're trying to get chi. Because, like, could you freaking imagine if you went through 6 packs and didn't get a single chi card? Like, that sucks. I think the only thing about this that we're trying to figure out, I'm at least trying to figure it out, is how they expect. There's like talk about how this set having the double-sided cards is like forcing people to play sleeves, which is, a good thing because like a set of sleeve, you buy a set of sleeves at your Armory or at your LGS, it makes them some money. But needing to have sleeves for this at pre-release is probably not what they're intending. So I'm assuming what they're going to do is something where like they're going to take the chi card out, or like they're going to give you like a token chi card in there where it's going to be like the front side is just a chi card and then the Marvel is to the side. Or not the Marvel, the Mystic instant. So you have like a board like over here or something, and you just have your played instance that you have turned into chi, and then you just have like a one-sided token of chi in your deck when you pitch. Yeah, but I think the difference is that the chi card has to go back into your deck. Like if you're pitching it, it goes back into your deck, which means that you have to have some way to denote that that is going to be a chi card without it just quite literally showing that it's a chi card, especially if you're not playing with sleeves. Because if you're not going to play with sleeves, then you get to see what's on the top of your opponent's deck if it happens to be a chi card. Yeah. So what we're assuming they're going to do is there's going to be a one-sided chi token card that they're going to give out in the pre-release pack, and that card is going to replace your Mystic instant that you play. And if you transcend, you just put that Mystic instant to the side and then put the chi token in your hand, and that way you can pitch it and it'll still have the Flesh and Blood backing and still be in your deck. I'd imagine that's what they're going to do. And then that way you at least know like the cards on your side, like that to the side of you are cards that you have pitched or that you have transcended with. Because that's the other thing with these is that you'll specifically see that the ones that pitch, it says where they pitched from. Transcended from preserved tradition. So that's important. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it's something you can do in the case of if you have like a Marvel or something, because I'm sure some people aren't going to want to take out their Marvels, flip them, and then put them back in. So put them back in the sleeves so that it can be chi. I don't think they're going to want to do that, but I guess like we'd have to figure out what judge rulings are going to be like for that, because it just wouldn't make sense for them to not have that available, because then you're just like, you have to play with sleeves. And it's like, I don't know whether or not that's like a feels good for them. This card's crazy, by the way. You pitch a red and a chi. You get to draw 3 cards. 2 cards for 3 cards. And you played a blue. Mystic instant, mind you. This card's crazy good. And you can only have one. So I also don't know how I feel about these guys. I don't think we like talked about them yet, but the the cycle of blue mystic actions, it's just interesting. Yeah, you like it? It's so interesting because it's like if you play another blue card this turn, it gets +2. So obviously, if you play a Mystic Instant at the same time, like right after this, it like fulfills that thing. But they don't have. The only thing is they don't have Go again. So like you'd have to play like a 0 for 4 with this to give it Go again, and then you get to transcend and do other things. But like it just seems so meh. I mean, like it's good for limited. This is good limited stuff, but I don't think this is like pay 3 for 7. I mean, that's on rate, I guess, but you have to have played another blue card, and they don't have Go again. Yeah, and they block for 2. They block for 2. That's what makes me think this is like for ninjas, right? Like ninjas are gonna want this card because, especially this card. 0-4, give it Go again, transcend, pitch, pitch the Chi to Zen's ability, get a Crouching Tiger, and then a combo card in hand, play Roar of the Tiger, play Crouching Tiger, play whatever the fuck else is in your hand, and then you combo off. Yeah. Yeah, like a 1 for 5, not terrible to end on. Just being like, cool, okay, I did play an instant this turn, or I did play a blue card. Like, end the chain here with this. So but they're only Mystic, which means that the only people who can use these cards are New, Enigma, and Zen. So they have to want to use them, I guess. But they're blue cards that do things, so it is just interesting to see like blue cards with red power in them, right? Like a 0 for 4, a 1 for 5, a 2 for 6, a 3 for 7. Like those are red power cards if you played a blue. So you need to play a blue and then play this to get the same power as you would a red, but in blue. Yeah. Card art is so pretty. I don't know about you. I think I've seen this on Twitter a little bit, but like I do really resonate with the fact that like these look so much like the uh the where the hell are they? Mystical Archive stuff. Like these look so much like these. They're just so good. Like I wonder, Hattori Kyoka. I would be curious to see if any of these artists actually did these. Oh, really? Oh, God. I would love to get these signed by the artists. I still need to finish this collection, too. I'm almost done with it. Yumiko Yaya, Koi Rian. Oh, Hattori Kyoka. That's it, right there. This is the same artist. Which one is this? This is Dark Ritual? No. This is strategic planning. Yeah. Same artist. Sick. How many are there these artists are there? It was the weird one by Carly Mauser. Oh, the weird one? Are you talking about this? Oh, this one, Faithless Looting? You got this one signed by the artist? Yeah. This card was so, like, so many people were talking so much shit. I personally don't love the art on it, but I can understand the appeal to some people. So my favorite of these cards is I like this Dark Ritual a lot. But I think it goes to gosh, maybe it is the Dark Ritual? No, I feel like there was a different one that I liked a lot more. No, it was Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual is my fave. Yeah, Harmonize, she also did the same thing too, right? So she did the same one. But like the Japanese art ones, oh, I think Lightning Helix is my favorite. I really like Demonic Tutor. This is just this Dark Ritual looks beautiful, but I think there's another uncommon, common or an uncommon, I can't remember. This is so good. This is Divine Gambit. I just love this art so much. Where the hell is it? This one. This is good. Village Rites. Super cool. Damn. Yeah, Lightning Helix. This is just cool. Yeah. I think that these are great picks. I love this set. Like, I love this. Oh, this what is this one? God's Willing. It's also very good. Tori Kyoka. I gotta see what else she made. Kyoka. I wonder if you can just look up by her. Oh, look at that. Perfect. She makes Electrolyze, and she made oh shoot. What red is this? Grape Shot. God, gorgeous. I wonder if they've done anything else. Hirosuda. Ah, Hirosuda also has made Mizzix Mastery. I wonder if they just took all the artists from the Strixhaven stuff and just did it. Oh, really? Yeah, well, I mean, it's just because, like, this is a different, I don't know. I love this, like, general, like, old ukiyo-esque, like, painted art style kind of deal. Who made this one? Daken? Daken. Ah, they made Lightning Helix. Ah, no wonder I like this card so much. Oh my god. They made Lightning Helix and they made Tendrils of Agony. These are literally all just, oh my god, they're all just the same artists. Who did this one? Romy? Ah, Duress and Regrowth. Look at that. Who else? This is Shiro Yayoi. Shiro Yayoi. Oh, Faithless Looting. Shiro Yayoi made the Japanese Faithless Looting. This is fucking gorgeous. Oh, literally. I mean, I imagine the amount of artists out in Japan is probably like, especially for like this style specifically, it's probably not like a lot. So, yeah, look at that. The person who made this card. And then Passover, we did, what is this? Homage. Oh, it's Hirosuda again. Who made this one? Mar- Murillo Amgarten. Is it two L's? Is it Murillo? Murillo Amgarten. I'm gonna copy this. What did they make? They've not made anything for Magic. Exactly, yeah. I imagine they are well-known artists. No, but the Marvel looks exactly like this. It's just like uh um it's just like orange, pretty sure. Let me see. Scroll up. Yeah, it's the same artist. It's just full art is the only difference, is that it's a full art card. Oh, you know what? Let's look up who made this one. Aoji Makio. I'd imagine they're probably going to be the same card, the same art as the Marvel, just not like a full art version. Let's go back to the Scryfall. What did Aoji A Aoji Maiko didn't make it? Is that right? AOJI. Yep, I guess they didn't make anything. Okay, well. But this is cool. I love this. So this is I will say this is probably going to be I haven't bought a case in a long time, but I'm really excited to buy a case of this. Like really excited. I wonder if they have it. I don't think they have it on here yet, right? No. Part of the mist. Oh, they do. $340 for a case. There's gonna be better deals. It's gonna be better deals. It's gonna be better deals. God, it's gonna be so good. I wonder if they're gonna do another TCG player bundle thing. I should probably wait for that first. Yeah. Well, I think the reason I want to buy a case of it is because I do kind of want to play all three of these heroes. Like, normally when a set comes out, I don't normally want to play all of them, right? I'm like, oh, that one hero. I want to play that one hero. And as excited as I am for new, I also do want to build things like Enigma and Zen and just like switch equipment in between. Just because like Zen's gonna be pretty freaking powerful, and I don't know if Enigma's gonna be like good. Um, but the bundle is better. I didn't like the last bundle. Oh, the heavy hitters one. The heavy hitters one was a really good bundle. I liked it a lot. Actually, I wonder. So I spent. How much did I spend on? How much did I spend on this? It was like 180 or something after taxes. Whoops, it's not going to be the last like 90 days. Heavy Hitters Collector Bundle. I spent $182 on it. I got a booster box, all six Blitz decks, and then the promo. The promo is currently going for $80 on TCG Player right now. So that's 80 out of my 180 back. $100 in a box, and then the 6 Blitz decks. I think like for the price, it ended up working out. Oh no, absolutely. And that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it's going to have the Blitz collection. I don't know that it will, but if it does, it's probably going to have a box, a Blitz collection, and then a promo. Right, one of each of these things. Because that way you get the Blitz decks to play, you get a box and the 3 packs in order for you to do it. I mean, that's assuming what? 70 plus 80 plus a promo. You're probably looking like $200 or something. But like, if the promo is like one of the most used cards in the format, it's pretty good. It's like Test of Strength. Like, I love the fact I have Test of Strength, and I love the fact that Victor loves running it, because that means that if Victor starts winning events, he's just going to do great. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think, because like TCC came out with cards that you can specifically only get in TCC. And while like the Blitz decks do have rainbow foil heroes and extended art versions of cards, I don't think that. I mean, because you also get a playmat with it too. Like, I don't think it's a bad bundle for new players if you're looking to drop less than that. But like, because it's either a box where you can kind of play things out of it and maybe get like a draft or some kind of limited thing out of it, or the Blitz collection for $10 less. So, damn, these kind of go crazy, huh? Hmm. And they just really just did dumb stuff with Magic, huh? Yeah. I think I wish they would do 3 packs per deck that's in there. So they did 9 packs, and it was like, cool. Okay, so round 1, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna play against each other with these Blitz decks. Okay, round 2, you're gonna open up one of your packs and you're gonna put them into your Blitz deck, and then you're gonna figure out how that works. And then round 3, you're gonna open another pack and you're gonna do that. And then round 4, you open up your final pack and you see who's got the better stuff. I think that'd be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I think it fulfills an itch, but it's not like what Sloop wants, right? Sloop wants like the bundles where it's like, this is the Enigma bundle that comes with Enigma, um, Spectral Shield tokens, like special art Spectral Shield tokens. Um, you get like 12 packs and her Blitz deck, and you can just go ham and just do that. And then maybe they give you like a majestic chess piece or something that's in the set, but in like rainbow foil or something in there. But I don't know. They don't even look like the same person. I mean, they are, but wild. Anyway, yeah. So, but I'm just excited to. I'm just excited to play these heroes. I think these heroes are gonna be so fun. It was such a fun time playing these things. Yeah. I mean, I certainly think that like the blitz decks aren't. I think it's a great starting point. But I do think that you could. I don't know how, because like having a playable deck to play around with is good, even if it's in blitz. Having a playable deck is good, but opening like 12 packs and not being able to have a playable deck is not great. So I could see why there's motion to not have blitz decks in there, but I don't believe that. I believe that blitz decks should be paired with packs. I don't believe that blitz decks should just be like, okay, cool, here's a blitz deck, you can go play at home. Because at that rate, they should just make them really well-tuned clash decks with like one of the specializations in there. That's a specialization you can get in a set, and then put in a bunch of rares and commons that make the deck really, really good. The problem is that they're not going to reprint cards from older sets unless they come in the main set, because they structure the blitz decks around the cards that come out in the set the hero releases in, which I think is a problem, because like you're going to switch those cards out. Like it's just not going to work out for you. So I think there's play in different aspects of it, but I do think that there could be better things, right? So I am a content creator. Gameplay. Deck tags. Casual. Community builder. I think that's pretty much everything I have for this, right? Yeah, I mean, we can do that. Okay. Sweet. Look at that. I have a tag. I have a Facebook tag. Or not Facebook tag. I have a February tag. Let's go. I'm on the content creator page. Yeah. Let's go. So sick. So sick. So cool. Anywho, look at that. Also, we there. We're there. That's us. That's us. I reverse Kano. It's a good match. Good match. I have to get my I need to send you more stuff. What was that thing we used? Do you remember what? Hold on. We transfer. Because I need to send. I should have a login. Pretty sure I did this with this. Because I need to send you more things. Shit. I have more. Yeah, I need to send you more games because I still haven't sent you Henry's games into me. I still haven't sent you OK and uh Darth Prentice's games. So I have 9 games. Well, no. It was 3 between myself and Henry, and then it was 2 for OK and 2 for um Darth. So 7. Yes, they're all in Talishar. They are all on Talishar. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna go ahead and get these all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna probably focus a lot more on the top 8 decks, but I do know that get that going. So let's get where the hell are okay, Dromai versus that. I reverse KO. KWR. And then I reverse Levia. Sick. All right, I'm transferring these files to you. But I figured, the more we have for the channel, the better. So yeah, I'm also down if there's like decks you wanted to try out or something. Like if I can get like a pretty solid idea about what it is, if we wanted to literally just like, you know, I'd like to theoretically do them in person. I'd like to do like in-person games on the Clash Hub as opposed to just Talishar. But like when MST releases, I'd like to do like Clash games of the new heroes and play into those. So but yeah. Also, when did you want to do another Clash course? Did you want to do one before the top 8 or after the top 8? Yeah. No, I agree. I think if it's just like a testing, it's just like us hanging out, I think we can do that. We just do a webcam game where we both play things because That's like CYK Lionel, I believe, and his group over there. I think they do like tabletop simulator games against one another, and they're just like on Discord chitting and chatting. So during a top 8 mid battle, just enter. Hey, by the way, guys, I know you guys are watching the top 8 video. We're here, and we're gonna play instead. Excuse me. How you doing, playtime? How are things? How is stuff? I gotta eat these. I got these. Playtime. Do what I got yesterday. I'm so cool. I'm so cool. Mm-hmm. I'm very happy. I only had to lose all 3 of my games yesterday at my Armory to win it. But I'm doing good. Hanging out. Vibing. Sending some stuff over to Nathan real quick. I know what I was going to talk about. So, I got a very fun easy, yeah, it was an easy price to pay. I didn't plan on it being that way, but I went 0-3. It was real bad. I played like an idiot in my last 2 games. It was rough, but yeah, it was okay. The only thing there is that I ended up winning a map because the guy, I didn't actually even win it. Somebody else won it and then gave it to me because they were just like, I have too many mats. I don't want this one. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. All day. But something happened on Twitter a while ago. And I was very, very how do I say? I was very humbled by when this happened. I think this was yesterday. Yesterday, while I was at work, I came across a post that was from somebody called Tom of Lothlorien. And I was like, oh, cool. What's this? This guy was just like, hey, I'm once again trying to grow a community for Fab locally. This time I'm doing it with Commoner. I imagined, here, I'll even show off this. I managed to purchase the singles needed for Kasai and KO deck to begin with, and decided to throw a random heavy pack into the order to bulk the order up. This cold foil made it well worth it. Pulled up cold foil gauntlets, and I was like, hell yeah, nice pool. I'm hoping that Commoner helps your community grow. Lots of decks available, and each one costing about $10 if you end up getting just the singles, so it's great on the wallet. And that was just kind of a fun little thing that I did. But then I looked up, the LGS has got new ownership and are welcoming community members to showcase different hold on. The LGS has got new ownership and are welcoming community members to showcase different games on a pre-booked Saturday to get people playing more than MTG. Yeah, games. And then with Pauper interest also increasing, I figured Commoner might work better than Blitz did. I was like, that's so cool. I love seeing that. And then they responded with this also, I also want to thank you, since the Kasai and KO decks I purchased, I actually got from your channel. This is so cool to me that somebody went on my channel and went, I want to play those decks. I'm going to get the singles for those decks. So cool. So cool. I was so happy to see that. So I've officially made it. People are using my content for their regular day-to-day. I've officially made it in the world. I no longer am a low tier content creator. And that's what I mean. Like, if I'm going to be completely honest, right? I like doing this strictly because knowing that I can help out fellow community members and that I can provide insight and, comfort into whatever they want to play, help guide them with certain decks, show off things that I've been working on, talk about other, play styles in a budget way, community building, the whole thing. And I really just as long as I can make somebody's day or help them out in some way, I think that I'm doing fantastic, right? I think I'm doing awesome. And to see somebody quite literally be like, hey, I watched your content, and not only did I watch your content, I net decked your decks so that I could get them for new players to grow our own community where I'm at. And I was like, this is crazy. That's like, this is like I found out way back when I was doing Guild Wars 2 content. Excuse me, when I was doing Guild Wars 2 content over at my gaming channel, I remember I popped back on to Guild Wars and I live streamed on Twitch for like a day because I was just like, oh yeah, let's just try it out. Let's just get back into it and play because I really want to play this. And I had somebody come into my stream who had previously been in my streams back when I was streaming more often on Twitch. And they were like, hey, dude, I hope everything's doing great. I was, hopefully the YouTube thing is still going great. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot of stuff for YouTube for Guild Wars. Haven't really touched upon it. So, it is what it is. But my content's still growing day and day. And he's like, oh, no, it's good. I saw that you actually got one of your videos. You got somebody reviewed one of your videos on their account. And it was a bigger Guild Wars 2 streamer or a bigger Guild Wars 2 video creator that watched my video and did a reaction to it. And I was like, what? That's crazy. But I don't know. I'm very I'm just happy to be making content for people and having them hang out and enjoy the content. I saw that that was another thing that I know you guys were very, it seems like it was a pretty distinct difference here. Let me see. Let me go to our community post. So there were 17 votes on our most recent post here. And I was asking whether or not, because previously my Commoner and Clash deck techs were Commoner and then how to upgrade into Clash with no gameplay at all. And I was wondering, because I know not everybody likes Commoner and Clash at the same time. Some people just like Clash, some people just like Commoner, some people like neither. And so I asked, would you guys prefer if I stayed with Commoner and Clash in one video with no gameplay, or if I did separate videos but with gameplay? And the decision was very, very clear that people would rather see a separate video, so one for Commoner, one for Clash, both containing gameplay, as opposed to one Commoner/Clash deck tech video with no gameplay at all. So that is what we're going to work on today outside of this live stream. getting some games up for you guys from our Clash League. And then I'm going to and then I'm going to probably I need to make an Olympia Commoner in Clash deck guide. And then I need to make a Betsy Commoner in Clash guide. Gameplay videos rarely do well on YouTube. Apparently not. Apparently they do pretty okay. So, and that's the thing, right? I wanted to ask the question mainly because I wanted to see whether or not people wanted it, and it seems like the people of our channel who saw the poll wanted it. So, giving you guys what you want. But I think even if it's just like okay, cool, like here's the deck tech, and then we do like 2 games, right? But we speed those games up. Right. Yeah, because I think that's the other thing too, is that I make these decks, and like this is, this is an industry secret, mind you. So please don't tell the government. But I don't test my decks when I make them. I just put cards in there that look like they're good, and then I don't bother testing them. I let you guys do that. So that is the industry secret, is that I just put cards in a list and then I make a video, and then the video gets views and then people try it. So like I brought my KO deck into Clash because I was just like, yeah, this seems like it's pretty good. And well, you guys all saw what happened with that. My KO deck got stomped against Nathan. And then I never played it again. I really need to tweak that deck too. Like, there's a lot of stuff, just not it. Not it for me. Yeah. I mean, I like speeding up the games too, though. I think speeding up the games is a smart idea because it's literally just like, okay, cool. Like, here's my general idea of the game. 1.5 times speed. The game's over in 10 minutes. You know? And especially in low health formats, it's literally just like boom, 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 boom. You know, even if a game goes for 30 minutes, it's still only like 20 minutes at that. And if it's really like a long game, I'll just put 1 game in there. But yeah. Yeah, see, you guys know what you're doing though. I don't test my decks. I literally just pop them in and I'm just like, yeah, these cards do really well in CC, so like I think this will do really well here too. But like anytime I'm just like, oh, I should get some content to like play around in the thing. Cause I don't know, it's strange because like I want to make the deck for the hero, right? But when I go into queue and I play against other people and I lose, part of me is like, I don't really want to use that content. But losing is also important. So, you know, am I going to play 2 games where I lose and then put that into the video and make everybody go, okay, so I lost twice. You know, figure out what you want to do with the deck if you think you can make it better. But I want to put in like winning games too, because like then I could be like, yeah, so like this is how you win with the deck. But some decks just don't win. So yeah, exactly. But you have to get it, you know? You have to have 1 game where you win, but like if your hero's just genuinely bad in the format, like I can't make a Viserai deck tech to be like, yeah, this is how you play Viserai in Commoner, and then go, yeah, I'm gonna win a game. Because I'm not. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. No, it is a great, I mean, it's a great testing thing, but you're testing it against, I know you test them against like the nightmare difficulty version. And again, like, I don't feel like the AI does what, it's just not like a normal game of Flesh and Blood. Like, it shows you where its power level is, sure, but it doesn't do like, it's not like what you would expect. And so like I'd have to spend like days testing a deck into Felt Table before I'm just like, yeah, like technically it's got lines. And then go to Talishar and then lose. And I'm just like, all right, well, that's it, I guess, right? Right. Yeah, at that point I just use Fabrary's like draw four system. So I just like draw four cards and I'm like, cool, what would I do in this situation? Okay, next hand. But I don't know. I think Talishar is fine, but it's definitely um I don't know. I'd have to do a lot of testing. And I don't mind doing a lot of testing because like this is the content that people want to see and so I'm going to be doing that. But uh I'm not going to like try to break the meta. You know what I mean? Like I think especially in Commoner, like we know what wins in Commoner. Ira, Icelander, Bravo. Those are decks that win in Commoner. No other deck will do very well. You know, top 8 maybe, right? I know um uh Dice Commando just recently did a video where they did like their new like meta breakdown for Commoner, and like they added Decimator Olympia in there, which isn't a terrible pick. Um I think it just like asks a big question. It kind of just does like big scary attacks, like crush attacks, but for warrior, and that is terrifying. But I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. But like those are the four decks that people are going to want to see techs on because it's like, yeah, those heroes are good. Right, yeah. Mhm. I mean, the addition of rares really spike it up, you know. It can make almost any hero viable in commoner, but making them good against the field is hard. Oh, cuz yeah, exactly. I mean, Ira is just insane. 125, 127, like they just get to do their whole thing. It's easy for them. Icelander, obviously getting to play on both you and your opponent's turn, and then also delivering frostbites. You know, there's a big problem there. Freaking what is it? Bravo is really good in Icelander because of the blue count and also just like the sheer defensibility of it. You just swing hammer. Okay, cool, you're good. Um like those are hard to beat. Like Oldham is very fatigued, but Oldham can be out fatigued. Dash is super powerful because she's got like an insane amount of aggro, but like she loses to a defensive build. Um, you've got Fi who does really well in the commoner, but you know, it's not like super crazy. Fi and Chain both lost stubbies, and it actually brought down their power level significantly. Whereas Icelander lost Amulet of Ice and is still incredibly powerful. So you can make Arachne beat Ira, but that same Arachne won't beat the axe. Yeah, and if that's right, if that's the case, I mean, like, good, right? Because like you should see. I mean, I don't know if you watched that video. I'm sure you did, but like he didn't. Andrew didn't even put any assassin into the meta, but Didn't put any assassin into the meta. And if Arachne can beat Ira and also maybe Icelander, then she's got a good place into the meta. But she probably isn't going to. She's not going to win into, or Arachne's not going to win into Axe. It's just different, right? Each hero has their own style, and they can be played, but they can't play to their best efficiency. And like I always bring up like rune blades, right? Like Chain does pretty well in Commoner because there are a lot of Shadow Runeblade cards that are great in the Banish Zone. You just get them all set up, play a card, give it go again, and then just go through all your cards in your Banish Zone. But every other Runeblade, like Viserai, you need Mauve. Like Mauve is incredibly powerful in your playstyle. Then Set probably also really likes Mauve, obviously. You've got even Briar. Briar is like just not like, she's like okay, I guess, but she's not like the best. And so all of these options, like they're heroes you can play, but like you don't get to play them the way they should until you add rares. And that's why I like Clash too, because like that is also very still limited in its way, but you're able to do some nut stuff. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean the power level's huge in Dash. Huge in Dash. But that's the other thing, right? Is like if your opponent plays, Arctic Incarceration, blue, you get 2 frostbites. Now you have to pay additional resources, and now your big damage turn is like thrown off. Mm-hmm. But I like Dash. I mean, that's what I brought to the calling, not calling, the calling Indianapolis. I played Dash there. I played Arachne one day, and then I played Dash the next. And I had a lot of fun. I like how Dash plays. But it's insanely powerful. I'm assuming you're using the plasma barrel shot, right? The shotgun. Pistol. How? Where's your damage? Load pistol. Shoot pistol for 2. You don't have induction chambers, so it doesn't matter. So it's 6 boost, get a resource, 6 boost, 4 or 5 off blue, 12, 15. Oh, that's right. Boom grenade. Yeah, boom grenade will provide a, well, I mean, even still, right? Yeah, boom. You just set up your board. You play boom grenade, and then or boom grenade or Hadron Collider. That's the other one too. Hadron Collider. Um, See, something I had seen in a Dash build that I went against recently was Recharge. And I'm curious if you've tried that out in Commoner, because Recharge seems good, but it's also a card for a resource. And then +4 onto your next boost attack. So, like, I think it's better than Rotating Ram or, what the fuck else? Locked and Loaded. That's the other one you play. Turn 2 pop gauntlets and cross strap. 3 attacks for 6, then 1 for 4, all with a single blue. Yeah, 6, 12, 18, 22 plus item. Say it's a red boom grenade, 26. Yeah. Yeah, I have to switch up my commoner. I mean, my dash commoner deck hasn't gotten an upgrade at all. So I definitely need to do that. But dash is fun. I like Fi and commoner too. Oh, the +2 on gauntlet. Yeah. And then 2 on pistol. So 20. So yeah, 30. Yeah, 30, 32, roughly. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. If you had Hadron and Boom or double Boom, which like double Boom would be nuts, right? So, but I don't think you could even double Boom unless you crank it, which you wouldn't do. You would not crank it. Huh. Apparently, OJ Simpson died today. Oh, boots. That's right. You do get the boots for the other one. Yeah, I guess that's also pretty specific. So I don't know. I like it, right? Presenting an insane amount of damage like that is really, really good. Especially into something like Oldhim or Bravo. Like that's a lot of damage. Especially at that little bit. See, because I always like the boost pistol. Or it's really boost shotgun. Plasma barrel shot. So it's like 4, 5, 4, 6 shotgun. And that's like a shotgun for 5. So that's what? 9 9 4 13 6 19 5 24. But yeah. Mhm. Yep. I mean, it's all about setup. If you theoretically can set up the board, you can just come in for a whole bunch of stuff. And like eventually they're going to hit because your opponent can't block out all that damage. Like there's just no way. So I don't know. But I like Dash. I think she's great in Commoner. I do like how Ira plays too. I think I'm just so hyped up to see what I'm so hyped up to see what is going to be the case in Part the Misfail. Curious to see what kind of mystic cards we get in common, what kind of new ninja, illusionist, and assassin cards we get in common. Because if we get a common stealth card with Go Again, it'd be so good. Yeah. And I mean, there is little armor block, unless you're a Guardian. Guardians have a lot of armor, and Warrior. Guardian and Warrior have a lot of armor block. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to play Zen. I think Zen will be really, really good. Zen probably won't do well in common unless, like I said, I think I said this last week. Zen's not going to do well in commoner unless he gets something in common that allows, or an equipment that allows his crouching tigers, all of them, to get +1 during the turn. That's the only time in which it's going to be like really good to play Zen in commoner. I in Clash, he's going to be completely different, and I think he's going to be able to at least do fairly well. You obviously don't have access to things like Tiger Swipe or Roar of the Tiger, but having access to the rares at least gets you things that will give you like +1 to your next Crouching Tiger or something. Yeah. Yep, the +1 stuff sort of because then it just comes in for 0, and there's no point in doing that, right? So if you have things like obviously you're gonna have the one where it's like you can play a Crouching Tiger and then play um a Mystic Instant to give it +1, and if you played a blue previously, you get to get Chi to your hand, and then you go to get a combo card. But like the only combo cards in common right now are not like nothing. So let's see. C Ninja Rarity C combo. Key Unleashed, Pouncing Key, and that's pretty much it unless you want to play like Open the Center and Rising Knee Thrust and so on and so forth. Give stuff +1, but it's hard to make sure you can get that Tiger place with all that. Yeah. Yep, it's gonna need to get something. I think he's gonna get a weapon that says it's gonna be like 2 damage on hit. Your next Crouching Tiger gets +1 this turn or something. Go again. That way you can start off his combo. Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be more specific. Because I know you have yeah, it was playable with stubbies, but now you can't play stubbies. You do at least have Tearing Shuko. Battleborn 1, you get to have it get the next Crouching Tiger you play get +2. Like that's powerful. And I think this is actually already played in Ninja decks. I believe the combo now is you have Tearing Shuko and you play the Pouncing Paws. So you destroy you block with 2, and then you destroy the Pouncing Paws, create a Crouching Tiger, destroy the Shuko, and then give it +2, and then you have another +2. Yeah, if we end up unbanning stubbies for next season's Clash Bash, I'm fucking playing Zen. Because are you kidding me? Like, what? I'm playing Zen. Stubbies is nuts. Nuts. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I think if we just start off with a fresh slate of nothing, I definitely think I'm fucking building Lightning Lexi if that's happening though. Yeah, I think everybody said they're down with it. I think we just want to get no, I mean Lightning Lexi. I mean, I don't know what Lightning Briar's like, but I'm sure it's also very good. Um I think what we need to do, we do obviously need to get an official poll because if people are going to want to do it, we should at least do this. But um I think that overall most people are going to be fine with it. We already have a lot of people who just kind of play what they already play or what they want to play. Um and the only real things that are banned are Amulet of Ice, Stubbies, Ball Lightning, and Belittle. So Belittle being unbanned kind of nuts too. 1 for 3, go again, get a resource. Ninjas just are gonna eat. So that'll be good. But I don't know. Belittle Minnowism is gonna come back for sure. Yeah, Duskblade gets unbanned. The hell else did we ban? I think it's it, right? Flash fan format rules. Counter ban. Oh my god. I just realized this also unbans drone. Huh. I don't know. I think it's going to be good that we have it unbanned so we see where it goes, but if we end up getting Ira drone, I think it's going to suck. I think a lot of people are going to feel bad. The fact that they unbanned drone for Blitz and then immediately banned it again makes me think that we're going to be in a situation like that. Oh, apparently it did enough. I mean, they banned it again. They quite literally are just like, nah, just kidding. Like that was silly. Why did we do that? Yeah, a lot of people were playing drone. So yeah, absolutely. I guess like the only thing is like I don't want it to, like we'll obviously see, right? It's all testing. It's all trying to figure things out. So it's not like we're just sitting here like, oh yeah, no, we just like hanging out and like having an absolutely insane meta. As long as our meta in the top 8 is not you have to play fatigue drone, because if you're not, you're losing. So I don't know. I am I'm fine trying it out. I have drones, so I don't need to worry about it. Um but yeah. Oof. Also, I want to be 100% clear, right? With the deck, we have to present 40 cards, but we can put more than 40 cards in our deck, right? It just has to be 40 minimum. Because that's what it says on the rules thing. Has to be 40 just like Blitz. We should probably change that then. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll get it updated. We'll get everything updated there. Hey, what's up, Bob? How are you? Welcome on in, my man. How's you doing? We're just chit-chatting about rule sets for Clash and what we're trying to figure out. Each player chooses equipment in a 40 card minimum deck. So Blitz says that you can play with more than 40 cards. Yeah, definitely better than my Armory last night. Oh, it was so bad, Bob. It was so bad. I got a play mat out of it though, so I don't really care. But like, god dang, am I so mad? I played like an absolute idiot. It's my first time playing a class that is not normally what I play, and so I was just like way off my mindset. I came home with a migraine. That's how like upset and like furious I was at myself. So it was a bad time. Yeah, Nathan, I don't know if it right here. Start of game procedure. Each player chooses the equipment, weapons, and 40 card minimum deck they will use for the game, chosen from their 52 card pool. Each player shuffles their deck and presents their deck to their opponent, and then each player reveals the weapons and equipment. Exactly, and that's the thing with Flesh and Blood. I'm not like mad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm mad. And the reason I'm mad is for a different reason. It's not because I lost. It's because there are several times in which like I looked at the board state and I went, I'm just going to ignore the threat because that was silly of me. But I did have fun. I mean, I learned a lot about my hero. I learned a lot about how it plays. I learned how it plays into the new meta. So very happy with learning. And it's the best thing about Flesh and Blood. Something like I genuinely feel is very good is that you're able to lose and still gain knowledge, whereas like I don't know, in Magic it's just kind of like, oh, I lost, it's because I didn't draw land. So I don't know, it seems that you're able to, yeah, I did misplay hard. Misplayed very hard. Do. Oh, never mind. I'm kidding. Liar. You have 52 arena cards, but a player must start the game with exactly 40 cards in their deck. So it does have to be 40. I don't know why it says minimum on. Yeah, with the rules, it says Blitz format. This is the actual like Flesh and Blood tournament rules and policy as of February 2nd, 2024. A player's Blitz card pool comprises of one young hero and a combined maximum of 52 arena cards and deck cards. A card can only be included in a player's card pool if the card's class talents are a subset of the hero's class and talents. A card pool may contain up to 2 copies of each unique card, and a player must start the game with exactly 40 cards in their deck. These specifications are subject to any metastatic abilities of the cards in the card pool. Limited formats, Swiss, tiebreakers. Yeah. So, yeah, Yoji was really good. Yoji's still good. Yoji's still super good. Round structure, start of match procedure, so on and so forth. Yeah. It just made dash worse. Yeah. Right, because you can just slap dash into that stuff. Okay. Well, then, yeah, it needs to be updated. So I don't know if Ethan's going to update it or if we should make an official update to it. But that is important because I definitely fucked that up during the games that I just sent you. So, and I wanted to make sure that was the case before, before I make the video reviewing the content. So yeah, I know it is us. I keep forgetting that like we don't have to like approve anything with Ethan. We just need to make it happen. So, we are the committee after all. So 40 cards minimum. We've got we're gonna go ahead and make sure that's enforced. Then next league, we're just gonna have everything unbanned. And we're gonna see what it's like. Best of one, everything unbanned. Go nuts. See where it takes us. I see. Okay, well, then yeah, we just gotta update the page, the Clash page. Man, it's funny. So I built all this stuff for Azuri so I could play new in my Armory, but like I genuinely think I'm just gonna like buy Armory decks when they come out and then just like slam them in Armories. Yeah. Yep, that'll work out. It seems Carlos has been pretty busy. He hasn't been able to make it to do a lot of the to be in the actual uh Clash in the league. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna make like a video series, like an Armory update, where I'm going to kind of like what I did this time, except I'm just gonna use the Armory deck and I'm gonna throw it into our Armory. I'm gonna see how well I do. Yeah. Yeah, they're also in that league too. That was also such like a weird thing because like the second we started up our league, like the second it started, Az's league started, Arclight league started. I know as of right now, I think Riddlerman is getting a league set up, the Doomsday Cup or something. Like every creator is like working on leagues. I'm sure the Rainbow Pitch League is soon to happen too. Um, so maybe we started something. Yeah, there was nothing online, and then we were just like, we're starting the Clash Bash League up, and they're like, everybody get back into CC. Don't worry about playing Clash, play CC. And so Az's League, the Arclight League, everything. So oh, it's a 1 day tournament? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's doing it all in 1 day? How many rounds is this gonna be? It's probably not gonna be a lot of people entering, huh? Maybe it is? How many people does he normally have? I've never even seen this, so okay. Well, that makes more sense. A 16-person cap is significantly easier to manage for a day. I was like, man, is he just letting people in and just be this crazy big thing? Maybe I'll enter. That'd be fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5 rounds, cut to top 8. And then 3 rounds after. Or maybe it's 3 rounds, cut to top 8? No. No, that's not right. 5 rounds. Not even sure if just cut to top. Really? Huh. I would imagine after playing 5 rounds, you could just be like, hey guys, go take a break. But maybe it's quick. I don't know. I'll have to tune in. I'm not sure when it is. Um, let's see. Greatest, most hype flesh and blood event ever on YouTube. Ever, he says. April 20th. Oh, literally 420? That's crazy. I am not available that day. So unfortunate for me. 420, I am not available. And not for the reasons you guys think. All right? Not for the reason you guys think. I may live in Colorado, but not for the reasons you guys think. It's a 24-hour stream though, so I'm assuming there's gonna be breaks in between. So maybe I'll be able to catch some of it. Oh, speaking of something else, I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure if getting married in 420. Trust me, I'm sure my girlfriend would be ecstatic if I proposed to her a day before we go out for her birthday. So, no. Sick. Um, I, sorry, I had to respond to Twitter. Brain. What are we doing, brain? What are we doing, brain? We're talking about a possible sponsorship. I don't know if any of you guys have also got a shout out for not a shout out for it, but um something to do with it. But I was and I'll speak about it, you know, live because I don't mind. I got a sponsorship offer from these guys over here at Findall's Collection. I've checked out their stuff a little bit. I don't have access to a lot of it just because, like, I don't have this. It's like a subscribed thing. There's a free version of it that you can use, but there is a subscribed, like a subscriber thing where you can check like the tracking of the EV. You can look at market trends, and you can do all this. I really like that because this is stuff I use if I'm going to be doing things like a market watch video, or if I'm going to be talking about master set collections and stuff. I want to be able to get something like this going. And so they reached out to me, and they are looking to work with me. So that's going to be fun. Once I get like the draft set up, they're going to give me subscriber access so I can show you guys kind of what it does. And then if you wanted to subscribe to it yourself, you can do so. So that's kind of fun. I'm excited to check that out and see what things there are. Oh, and look at that. It's only $3 a month to subscribe. That's not bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I always like to really like vet out as much as like obviously I'm a small creator and I would like to take any sponsorship that I could, but with something like you, it's something you just kind of learn over time, especially if you like actually pay attention. You don't just want to take any sponsorship, right? You don't just want to take anything, because taking any sponsorship is just you just trying to do it for money, and it puts you in a good position, obviously, because that gives you rapport with other companies that are looking to sponsor. But you also don't want to be affiliated with a company that like isn't great. But from what I've seen, Findall's Collection, the people there, they're very professional. They love feedback. They're constantly changing their website and trying to make like a flesh and blood specific site for collecting. And so by reaching out to other content creators to provide this, I asked whether or not it was required of me to make an ad read or to do like a video or something for it. And they were like, no, it's very much so on your own pace. You can make we don't want to interrupt your content flow, but we want to give you the opportunity to check us out and use our platform, so that you can provide, so that you can have the information that we provide and also share it amongst your viewers. And I'm like, okay, if you don't require me to do anything, then that's good, because some people are straight up just like, yeah, we need an ad read from you in every other video, and they'll pay you a certain amount. They are offering a commission-based thing for me, which is really, really nice. But again, it's like that's not like my job, right? But sponsorship's a good sponsorship, and I like the site. It's clean. it looks like they actually use like good, what do you call it? It's very like stock market-esque, and I like that a lot because you get to see how much you've invested, what any gains or profits are. It's got a cash position. Like, it looks like it's really, really good. So I'm excited to try it out and see what it's like. Yeah, so that'll be fun. That'll be a fun one. I'm excited to check that out. But we have been streaming for nearly 3 hours. I need to go get some lunch, and then I am going to start my recording of my my stuff for my Clash videos. I also have another like actual talking point video I wanted to make, and then do something else on top of it. I have a lot of stuff I have to get done because tomorrow is we're celebrating my best friend's birthday, so we are going to. I'm gonna have to like get all my stuff done super early in the morning and get it all figured out, and then going out Friday nights, and then Saturday and Sunday is the ProQuest. So I'll hope to have like a live tweet thing of the ProQuest as we go, depending on how long the matches are and everything. But we will see. We will see what happens. But for right now, we're chilling. We're vibing. We're in the top 8 of Clash. So let's go. Top 8 for Clash. I'm super excited about that. And I don't know whether I'm going to switch my deck. Excuse me. Gosh. I might switch my Jerome deck to maybe like a Bravo. I don't know yet though. But I'm gonna go get some food. Thanks, playtime. I'm gonna go get some food. Everybody, thanks guys so much for hanging out. This number is growing day by day. We're almost at 1750, which is super cool. So that's extra awesome. If we get to 2K before Part the Mistveil release, that's probably another thing I'm gonna put on our channel. If we hit 2,000 subscribers by the time Part the Mistveil releases, I'll go ahead and give away a box of Part the Mistveil. So keep your eyes out for that. Get any of your friends over here to subscribe to the channel if they want into a Part the Mistveil subscription giveaway thing. That'd be cool. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I will see all of your beautiful faces next week when I talk a little bit more live about my ProQuest experience. All right, everybody, nerd out.